Okay, I should be live now. Why are you UGTSIOM? You know it, you know the other one. It should be in like in a second. Why are you UGTSIOM? Open the chat. I sent it in the chat, no? It's opening. Hold up. Oh shit. I'm live. Oh guys, I'm actually live. Oh my god. Okay. Uh Let me just double check. Okay. Okay, خلاص, let's start. طيب. I can't remove the delay. Wallah, I actually can't. If I could, wallah, I would. But it's something from YouTube, not from me. Is my connection good? Okay. I'm gonna start أول شيء. Oh shit, I can hear myself. I don't wanna hear myself. I'm okay. Uh, yeah. Okay, I'm gonna start أول شيء with explaining. Some people still don't get how to do negative factorials. Okay, I'll show you how to do negative factorials. Okay. The negative factorials, you have this way. It's a rule. It won't work on a calculator. It will give you math error. Like if I show you here, negative 2C3, you're gonna get math error. Okay, so it won't work. So what you have to do is you have to do this is how I do it. Okay, I start by drawing the fraction line, and I take the number down. I put it over 3 factorial. Okay, this is the first thing you do. You put it over 3 factorial, over whatever factorial, and you write your number up. Since I have 3 factorial, that means I want 3 terms in my numerator. Okay, I want 3 terms. Since I want 3 terms, I'm going to keep on subtracting by 1 until I have 3 terms. So negative 2, then I write negative 2 minus 1, then I write negative 2, and then what comes after minus 1? Minus 2. Okay, in other words, you can just write negative 2, negative 3,
Am I drunk? No, wait.
negative 3,
Eunice tipped
negative 4
$1. Don't be
over
that
3
3 next
factorial.
time.
Okay, this is how to do negative factorials. And then this, you can just put it on your calculator. Okay, you don't have to solve all that. So negative 2, hold up, negative 2, negative 3, negative 4. Okay, over 3 factorial. You get negative 4. So negative 2C3 is equal to negative 4. Okay, how about 1 over 2C3? How would you solve this, guys? Okay, same exact rule. You draw the fraction line, you put 3 factorial. Okay, you start 1 over 2, then 1 over 2 minus 1, 1 over 2 minus 2. Okay, this is how you do factorials also for a fraction. You only use this rule for the combinations, okay, only when you have a fraction or a negative number. This also, you can put it inside the calculator. Okay, let me see. Okay, I guess now we can start. I just wanted to explain this because there's still many people confused on this. Okay, uh, okay. This is now I'm gonna start the written for it came from last year. Okay, just one sec, guys. What alert? You sent one? Oh, I didn't hear shit. It didn't come up? It came up? Hold up. Oh, so it came. I didn't see it. It showed on the stream. I don't know. I didn't. I didn't hear it. Wait, hold up, hold up. Guys, give me a sec. Give me a sec. Hold up.
Am I drunk? No, wait.
Anonymous tipped $1 test.
Okay, guys. The technical difficulties are over. Um, am I still over? No, no, I'm muted. I'm muted. Yeah, I'm muted. Okay, okay. My fault, gang. Uh, I'm not muted. I'm not muted. I'm not muted. I'm telling you, I'm not muted. I'm not muted. Yeah, it's delayed. It's delayed. Oh, yeah, not yet. Okay, so I'm gonna start أول شيء by يا أخي no no no. I'm gonna start أول شيء by explaining. يا أخي اسكت اسكت. شو sound effect؟ يا أخي yeah. Okay, look. I'm gonna start أول شيء by explaining last year's written. This was last year's written. It's part A, part B, and then there's a question 2. Okay, the exam last year was 13 questions in the computer and 2 questions written. Okay. Find the terms involving x squared and x cubed in the expansion of 1 minus 2 over 7x to the power of 7. Okay. For this one here, you can directly find the power 2 and power 3 and you'll get the full mark. Or if you want, you can find the expansion up until 2 and up until 3. If you want my advice, it would be easier just to find square x2 and x3. Okay, but some people, they don't like going through all that, so they just keep on expanding until they see x squared and x cubed. And I'm gonna solve using the way we just find x squared and x cubed. Okay, so we're gonna need 2 terms. We want 2 terms. The first term, okay, well, I'm not gonna write first term, but we want the first term is gonna be the term involving x squared, right? The term involving x squared. The term involving x squared is when the power of x is equal to 2, right? Let's write the general term for this, right? The general term for 1 minus 2 over 7x to the power of 7, the general term is 7ck, right? nck, 1 to the power of n minus k, so 7 minus k, then minus 2 over 7x to the power of k, right? This is the general term. This is the general term. And I want the power of x to be how much? 2. So what do? How much should my k be? My k should be 2, right? So the term involving x squared is when k equals 2. So let's substitute 7c2, 1 to the power of 7 minus 2, minus 2 over 7, x to the power of 2. Let's continue doing this. 7c2, I'm gonna do it on my calculator. Let me make sure is the chat still shows. Yeah, okay. 7c2 is this 21. Okay, so we're gonna replace 7c2 with 21. Okay, 1 to the power of 5 is just 1 to the power of 5 times minus 2 over 7 x squared. Since it's squared, it's an even power, it becomes what? Positive, guys, صح? it becomes positive. Okay, so it's going to be 2 squared over 7 squared x squared, right? Because you distribute the square into all terms. Okay, this is the same as 21 times 4 over 49 x squared. Okay, if you multiply 21 times 4 over 49, 21 times 4 over 49, you get 12 over 7. So you get 12 over 7 x squared. That's the term involving x squared. Now for the, let me just make sure if this answer is correct. Now for the term, wait, let me see. Yeah, 12 over 7. For the term involving x cube, no one mentioned 2 times speed, it's a sentence. Okay. For the term involving x cube, right? We want now the power of x to be 3. What is the power of x here? It's k. So the same thing, the term involving x cube is when the power of x, which is k, we want the power of x to be how much? 3. So when k equals 3. So again, we just substitute 7c3, 1 to the power of 7 minus 3, minus 2 over 7, x to the power of 3. Okay, let's evaluate this. 7c3, you go to your calculator. 7c3, okay, it's 35. Okay, 1 to the power of 4, minus 2 over 7. We're gonna put minus 2 over 7 to the power of 3 on a calculator, okay, because it's way easier like that. Minus 2 over 7 to the power of 3. Minus 8 over 343. And then x cube is just x cube, right? Okay, let's see. Can we cancel anything? Let's see. We're going to have to... This 1 to the power 4, we can just cancel it out. Now we're going to multiply 35 times this minus 8 over 343, right? So this minus 8 over 343 times 35. It's minus 40 over 49 x cubed. So these are our first two... these are our terms involving x squared and x cubed. This and this. If you get this, you'll get full mark for part A. Let me read over the chat. See what I missed. Okay. Walid, can you just write all the rules and important stuff on the side, please, please, please? There's no rules. I'm not writing rules. I'm just solving. Will this be recorded? Yes, it's recorded. Where's the mod? Okay. Walid, the quality is bad. No, it's fine. How do you have the poorly answered questions? I don't know. Someone sent it to me. Did you do top questions in the course division? Yes. No one mentioned 2 times speed. Okay. Wallah, this mod, EDH, looks like a nice guy. IDK 123, tennis on Friday. Yes, tennis at 8 on Friday. Okay. How many people are watching this live? 80. Aha. Okay. Remove the mods fast. Well, I actually might remove him. Okay, ho ho ho, I'm a ho. Why aren't you adding the powers equal to 2 and 3? What do you mean, why aren't you adding the powers equal to 2 and 3? I don't get your question. Okay. Khals, I think part A is understood. I'll go to part B now. Given that... How are you, Walid? I'm good. I'm good. Did you do the written part question? This is the written part question, LB. Where the fuck are the donations? Oh, they muted my other account. Okay, mod EDH, can you please ban the word things in the chat? Okay, yeah, I'm a focus more on the solving. Given that there is no term involving x cubed in the expansion of this, find m. Okay, so in this term, it's like in the top question. Okay, can you restart? I was praying. You can go back in the recording. You can go back in the recording. Okay, given that there is no term involving x cubed in the expansion of this, find m. We want to expand, okay? It's the same as expanding m plus 7x times this 1 minus 2 over 7x to the power of 7. They asked specifically to find the term involving x squared and x cubed in part A, because in part B, you're going to use the terms involving x squared and x cubed, okay? If the regional gets you this question, just write ... plus the term involving x squared, which is 12 over 7 x squared, plus ... sorry, it's not plus ... You don't do the ... now. You write the term involving x cubed, minus 40 over 49 x cube plus dot dot dot. Okay, so there are only two things you need here because they want you to get x cube. Okay, they want you to get x cube. There are two ways we can get x cube. If we multiply m by x squared, we won't get x cube, right? We won't. But if you multiply m by the x cube term, you're gonna get x cube, right? How about 7x? If you multiply the 7x by this x squared term, you're gonna get x cube, صح? But if you multiply 7x by this x cube here, you're gonna get x to the power 4. Why we took x squared and x cube is because those are the two terms that you're gonna need to get your x cube. It covers all the possible choices. So let's see here. You have m plus 7x into whatever this is. Let's start distributing. We want x cube. Let's only distribute the stuff that gets me x cube. M times x squared, it won't get me. Okay, if you want, you can just distribute it all. But Anna, for easy, I'm gonna write on the note only distributed for x cube. Okay, m times 12 over 7x squared is, we don't want that because it's gonna get me x squared and I want x cube. M times minus 40 over 49 x cube, it's gonna get me x cube in the answer, right? So we're gonna get minus 40 over 49 m x cube. So we're done from the m. 7x times x squared, will I get x cube? Yes. So 7 times 12 over 7, 7 cancels with the 7, so you're just gonna get 12x cube. Okay, and then 7x times this x cube, it won't get you x cube. It's gonna get you x to the power 4. So what are my x cube terms? It's these. They're saying that there's no term involving x cube. What does no term mean? It means coefficient of x cube is 0. What are my coefficients of x cube here? Minus 40 over 49m, right? That's my first coefficient. And my second coefficient is 12. So when I add these up, what do I get? I get 0, right? Now, can you solve this? Yes, you can. You get minus 40 over 49m equals negative 12. You're going to get minus 40m equals 49 times negative 12. Let's just put this in a calculator. Oh, where'd I go? Minus 40m equals 12, negative 12 times 49. Negative 12 times 49. It's negative 588. And you're going to get m equals negative 588 divided by negative 40. You're gonna get 147 over 10. Okay, if you want, you can put it in decimal form as well. Okay. Let me see. What did I miss? My God. Okay. Will you do the top questions in this live? No, I already solved top questions. Are you coming to the university fair? They cancelled it for grade 11. Is Khalid Adinga? Did you pray Asha? Alhamdulillah, I did. These mods getting a god comp. Okay, I'm gonna think it's anyone has extra calculator. Walid, is it okay if I have an integral calculator for the exam? I don't know. Well, I don't know. Guys, is Insha easy? I haven't studied. Why did you block me on Insta? Can you repeat the last part, how to get 0 again? I will go over the last part again. I will do the pulley at the end. Guys, ban this guy. No, whatever. Mods, ban him, mods. Do you think they're gonna bring back the university fair? No, I don't think so. Maybe later in the year. Okay, repeat the part how to get 0 again. Okay, since they said that there's no term, that means the coefficient of x cube is 0. Okay, and now we have two terms involving x cube. Okay, there's two terms involving x cube, this one and this one. And when we say that the final coefficient is 0, that means when you add this coefficient and this coefficient, what do you get? You get 0. You're combining like terms. Yeah, like I was saying, when you combine the like terms, you get 0. Okay. Okay. How am I supposed to know when to use this equation or the binomial? I didn't use an equation here. This isn't an equation. This is just common sense. You should know how to find a specific term. You guys should know how to find a specific term by now. If you want a specific term, you need to know if they ask you to find a specific term, you want to know the k value. Okay, because the k value is different for every single term in the binomial expansion. Okay, like for here in x squared, the in term involving x squared is k equals 2, and the term involving x cubed is k equals 3. Okay, that's how you do. When they ask you find the term, okay, you want to check your k. That's what distinguishes each term. Okay, part C, or question 2. Okay, this is the first question. I hope it's clear. Question 2, in the expansion of 1 plus ax to the power of 7, where a is constant, the coefficient of x is negative 28. Find the coefficient of x cubed. Okay, so now what did they give us? They gave us 1 plus ax to the power of 7. Okay, they said a is a constant. Okay, the coefficient of x is negative 28. If the coefficient of x is negative 28, يعني هلا when I expand this, whatever I get, the coefficient of x, it should be equal to negative 28. Okay, Mahmoud, why is this guy Mahmoud? Oh my god. Okay, the coefficient of x when you expand, let's see. What is the power of x? This is what's the general term? You know what's the first thing? The first thing you write always, wallah, when you're finding specific terms, نحن we want the x term, we want the x cube term. Whenever you're finding specific terms, always write the general term of the binomial. Here it's nck, so 7ck, a to the power of n minus k, 1 to the power of 7 minus k, b to the power of k. This is the general term. نحن we want the power of x to be 1, right? We want to just be x. What is the power of x here? The power of x is k, and I want it to be 1. So I can just say k equals 1, right? ماشي. If I want k equals 1, I'm going to get the coefficient of x. Let's see. So it's going to be, no, haram, don't ban sham. 7c1, 1 to the power of 6, ax to the power of 1. Okay, you're going to get 7 times ax, which is 7ax. What did they say the coefficient of x is? It's negative 28. طب أنا, did I get negative 28 here? I didn't get negative 28 here, right? Okay, but we know that the coefficient is supposed to be negative 28. So what's my coefficient here? My coefficient here is 7a. But the coefficient they gave us is negative 28. So 7a is negative 28. Okay, can I find a? It's going to be negative 4, right? Okay, if a is negative 4, now can I find the coefficient of x cubed? Yes. If you see this question where they give you the coefficient of the first one, they ask you to find the coefficient of the second one, you have to find a first. That's the whole point of the question. They want to see if you can find a. Okay, now that you know a is negative 4, can we find the coefficient of x cubed? Let's see. When we want the power of x to be cube, what does k have to be when this is for x? هلا let's say, I don't know, هلا we want for x cube. When the power of x is cube, when it's power 3, isn't that the same as k equals 3, right? Because now we know that the power of x is k. So if I want the power to be 3, that means k equals 3. So let me rewrite the general term again. 7ck, 1 to the power of 7 minus k, ax to the power of k. Now we want k now to be equal 3. K equals 3. So rewrite it again. 7c3, 1 to the power of 4, ax to the power of 3. Rewrite this properly. 7c3, okay, 7c3, 35. It's going to be 35 into ax cube. Be careful. The cube is distributed to all terms. Okay, so it's going to be equal to 35 a cube x cube. Okay, what's the coefficient of x cube? 35 a cube. Coefficient of x cube is 35a cube. If you put this as your answer, your paper is going to get spat on. Okay, it's going to get spat on. You're going to get 0. Why? Because a is negative 4. So they want you to substitute a as negative 4. If you get a letter in your answer, there's something wrong. You're doing something wrong. So you're going to do 35 negative 4 to the power of 3. Let's put this in a calculator. 35 negative 4 to the power of 3 minus 224 0. Okay, I hope this made sense. Yeah, minus 2240. I hope this made sense. Let me see. Okay. The questions that you are doing are 100% coming written. No, 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 no. I never said these are 100% coming written. This is last year's written. Last year's written, okay? The questions that, when do I know when to use the general term or binomial theorem? That's the only thing I don't know. If you use the general term, it's when they're asking for a specific term or when they're talking about a specific term. Like, see, in this question, they said involving the x square and x cube term, right? Involving the x cube and x square term, okay? Here, they said the coefficient of x and coefficient of x cube. They're talking about specific things, okay? Can't, what is Bo solving? This is past written, last year's written. I got sent a file. Yeah, I have that file as well. This is why I quit math. Too many sweats. We need to make Fortnite customs. Uh, bro clip forming. Okay. Are these the only written questions? Are you sure they are coming? I don't. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. I'm. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. I'm not sure these are coming 100%. I'm saying this is last year's written. Okay. Lena Aries. Walid, can you explain the case more? I don't understand what you mean by explain the case more. Yes, Ahmed Shobati, can you send the file? I'm gonna show you now. I might upload it. I'll upload it now on what was notes, the drive. I'll upload it on the Google Drive. Just give me a second, guys. Oh, Shobaki sent it. Okay, yeah, Shobaki sent it, I think. Let me just see. Oh, did I close WhatsApp? Oh, I have to open WhatsApp again. Okay, for Pascal's triangle, is there a pattern? It's just memorizing. Hello, wait, hold up, hold up, hold up. Random guy. Hmm? Okay. Uh, uh, okay. Let me see. The one Shobaki want is sample question. Okay, this is poorly answered. Poorly answered, yani they usually get this the same numbers. Okay. Uh, let me see. Before I start, okay,
Uh,
I'll
am,
show the
am,
Pascal's
am I
triangle
drunk?
now.
No way.
Jad
Okay.
GV super chatted $2.74. Buy a shawarma if you're hungry.
Bash, thank you for the shawarma. Thank you for the shawarma. Uh, when do we use the rational index? You use the rational index if the power is negative or if the power is a fraction. How about what top questions? I don't know. The top questions, uh, the top questions that I think will come are they're the ones that I just solved in the written. Are we cooked? No, I don't think so. Actual other ways of finding. I don't know what do you mean by show the other ways of finding the key. Okay, these are poorly answered. We're gonna solve these because they're gonna come computer parts probably. Okay. Using the binomial theorem, expand this as far as determine x cube. Okay, and I'm gonna take this into my open board. Okay. Before I start, just let me check on one thing. Okay, my fucking. Using the binomial theorem. Anna, is my chat lagging? No. Yeah, using the binomial theorem, expand x plus 3 over 3 minus x squared as far as determine x cubed. Okay. أول شيء, the first thing you do is you take your power up. We're not allowed to have anything down. Okay, so we take it up. It's gonna be 3 minus x to the power of negative 2. Okay, now نحن we want to expand the negative power. Before expanding any negative power, what's the first thing you check? The first thing you check is if 1 is your leading term. If it's not, you have to take the number out. So if let's take it out, it's going to be 3, 1 minus x over 3 to the power of negative 2. Remember that this 3 is still part of the negative power. Okay, so you have x plus 3 over here. Okay, so Anna, I don't like solving when 3 is still inside of the negative power, so I like to take it out. So let's take out 3 to the power of negative 2. 3 to the power of negative 2 is actually equal to 1 over 9. You can do it on your calculator. So this is the same as saying x plus 3, 1 minus x over 3 to the power of negative 2 times, or I'll write times using the dot product, times 1 over 9. Because we took the 3 out. I don't like keeping the 3 inside. Okay, هلا نحن what do we want to do? We want to expand this negative 2. Right? How do we expand it? We know the formula. When it's a negative power, it's sigma nck from k equals 0 until infinity, okay, x to the power of k, right? This is when it's a negative power, it's a rational index, okay? In this case, we want it as far as x cubed, so let's just keep on going until k equals 3. So let's write it like this: 1 minus x over 3 power of negative 2 equals nck. So we start as negative 2c0. We don't write the 1 in this case. When you have 1 minus something, it's a negative power, you don't write the 1. We ignore it, okay? Negative 2c0 plus negative 2c1. I didn't write minus x over 3 because the power of the k is 0, so I won't write it. Now negative 2c1 minus x over 3 to the power of 1 plus minus 2c2 minus x over 3 to the power of 2 plus minus 2c3 minus x over 3 to the power of cube. Okay, let's simplify this. Minus 2c0 is 1. Minus 2c1 is minus 2. Okay, minus 2 times minus x over 3. And then minus 2c2 is going to be, I don't know how much is minus 2c2. It should be, it should be 6 over 3. It should be 3, right? Minus 2 minus 3 minus 6 over 2 factorial 6. Yeah, it should be 3. Why? Because how do you do a negative factorial? You put 2 factorial down, and then you put minus 2. How many terms do I want up? I want 2 terms. So I put minus 2 minus 1 is going to be minus 3. Okay, minus x over 3 squared. Since it's an even power, it becomes positive, right? So it's going to become x squared over 9. Remember, you square up and down. Plus minus 2c3, it's going to be 6 times negative 4 over 6. It should be minus 4. Minus 4 because how do you do it? When it's a negative factorial, again, same rule, 3 factorial down. You put minus 2, minus 3, minus 4. Okay? Times minus, since it's an odd power now, it stays negative. It's become negative x cubed over 3 cubed is 27. Let's continue simplifying. This is going to be equal to 1. This negative becomes positive, 2x over 3. Okay. هلا negative 2 times negative 3 is 6. 6 divided by 2 factorial is 3. Okay, so I'm just going to tell you it's 3 times x squared over 9. So 3x squared over 9. Okay. Plus, okay, minus 2 times minus 3 times minus 4 divided by 3 factorial. I'm going to tell you it's going to be negative 4. So negative 4 times negative x cube over 27, negative negative becomes positive, so it's plus, okay, 4x cube over 27. This is the expansion of 1 minus x over 3 to the power of negative 2. هلا نحن what do we want? We're multiplying it by this, multiplying it by this. Okay, so it's gonna be x plus 3 times 1 plus 2x over 3, okay, plus 3x squared over 9 plus 4x cubed over 27. Okay, you can choose, remember we have this times 1 over 9, yeah? So you can choose to keep the times 1 over 9 to the end, or you can choose to just distribute it directly now and then continue distributing. And to make our life easier, I'm going to distribute the times 1 over 9 to this x plus 3. So it's going to be equal to x over 9 plus 1 over 3. Okay, because x times 1 over 9 is x over 9. 3 times 1 over 9 is 1 over 3. So x over 9 plus 1 over 3 times 1 plus 2x over 3 plus 3x squared over 9 plus 4x cubed over 27. Okay, now are we done? No, we're not done. We're gonna continue distributing, right? We have to distribute, multiply. What's it gonna be? X over 9 times 1 is x over 9. X over 9 times 2x over 3. X times x is x squared, right? So it becomes x squared. Okay. Sorry, x times 2x, my fault. Numerator times numerator. X times 2x is 2x squared, right? X times 2x is 2x squared. 9 times 3 is 27. Okay. X over 9 times 3x squared over 9. X times 3x squared is 3x cubed over 9 times 9 is 81. Okay. Plus x over 9 times 4x cubed over 27. X times 4x cubed is 4x to the power of 4 over 9 times 27 is, I don't know how much is 9 times 27. 243. How much people are watching right now? Okay. Now we distribute the 1 over 3. 1 over 3 times 1 is plus 1 over 3. 1 over 3 times 2x over 3 is 2x over 9. 1 over 3 times 3x squared over 9 is 3x squared over 27. 1 over 3 times 4x cubed over 27 is going to be 4x cubed over 81. Now, let's see if we can combine like terms. Okay, أول شيء let's put anything that can be in simplest form in simplest form. Okay, 3 over 81 can be rewritten as 1 over 27. I'm going to rewrite all of this and put x outside, if you get what I mean. So x over 9 is same as 1 over 9x. 2x squared over 27 is same as 2 over 27 x squared. 3x cubed over 81 is the same as, make it in simplest form, 1 over 27 x cubed. 4x cubed over 243 is 4 over 243 x cubed. Plus now 1 over 3 plus 2 over 9x. That's not 2. 2 over 9x plus 3 over 27 is 1 over 9 x squared, then plus 4 over 81 x cubed. Combine your like terms, you're gonna get 1 over 9 x. We can combine the x's with each other. X, you know, before we combine the x's, let's just get rid of this 1 over 3. Let's take it down. 1 over 9x plus 2 over 9x is actually 3 over 9x. Alright. Okay, 2 over 27 x squared plus 1 over 9 x squared. Just put it in a calculator. 2 over 27 plus 1 over 9. 5 over 27. So plus 5 over 27 x squared. 1 over 27 plus 4 over 243 plus 4 over 81. 1 over 27 plus 4 over 243. It was 243, right? Yeah. Plus 4 over 81. You get 25 over 243 x cubed. Okay, is this your final answer? Technically yes, but you can put this in simplest form. So it's going to be 1 over 3 plus 1 over 3x plus 5 over 27 x squared plus 25 over 243 x cubed. Okay. Any questions here? Let's see. طيب. Hi, hi, Rashid. If you're a man, tell me who we are. Okay. Hadi Attat, 11 SV. Okay, buddy, you are not called putting in your name and computer number and class. Wallah, you're not called. Okay. You know what? Mods ban him. Ban him, mods. Clipper 0786. Ban him, ban him. Mm. Let me see. No questions. Can you show us or send on the grade level the poorly answered file, please? This is the poorly answered. Habibi. Take a screenshot. Uh, hmm. No, no, one of them. Huh?
Can I make them?
What do you mean, can I make them?
Can I make my own? Like, can I make it?
Okay. What do you mean? What do you want? Habibi? Surely can you? I'm telling you, it's in front of you. This is the file. This is the poorly answered. Okay, question 2. Using the binomial theorem, expand this as far as the term. Okay. The rest of these is just 1, 2, and 3 that are hard. The rest of these are very easy. Let's start. Write the first 4 terms as they know using the binomial expansion. Expand as far as x cubed. Okay, radical means let me take this into my open board. Oh, what's this? Yo, what the fuck? Okay, let me take this into open board. Let's. I don't want it on my other screen. Okay. 4 over 243 is x to the power 4, not x cubed. Corrected. Is it? Previous. Let's see. X. Yes. Correct. Correct. My fault. Sorry, huh? This is. Okay, yeah. So it's 4x to the power of 4 over 81. Small eraser. 81. Okay, and this one, so yani, this is not 25 over 243. So the answer should be, 1 second. 13 over 243. 13 over 243 x cubed. They said as far as x cubed, that's why I didn't write the x4. Okay. Now, yeah, question 2. Let's do question 2 next. Okay, using this expand as far as x cubed. This is a radical, so we want to rewrite it. It's going to be 1 minus x to the power of half, right? Okay. Uh, all are coming. I don't know, Habibi. But just solve these. Make sure you know them all because if they were to come, they'll come same numbers. 1 minus x to the power of half. We want it as far as x cubed, so we're just gonna keep on expanding until we get to x cubed. So let's see. It's gonna be half c0 plus half c1. Remember, why am I doing this rule? Because I have a fraction as the power. If you have fraction as the power, you check is 1 your leading term. If it is, you continue solving. Half c1 it's gonna be minus x to the power of 1, right? Plus half c2 minus x to the power of 2. Now half c3 minus x to the power of 3. How can you be so black and Lebanese at the same time? Whoa. Mods, ban him, mods. Thank you, mods. Okay, half C0 is 1. Half C1 is half times minus x, right? Because minus x to the power of 1 is minus x. Okay, plus half C2, it's going to be, let's do it. Half C2, you put 2 factorial down, right? And then you put half times half minus 1. Okay, you get minus 1 over 8. So this is minus 1 over 8. Minus x squared is x squared because it's an even power, it becomes positive. Let me remove the brackets. Let me just write x squared. Okay, half C3. So same thing, but we just like change this to 3 factorial and put like another half. Half now minus 2, huh? Not minus 1 again. 1 over 16. So plus 1 over 16 times minus x cubed. Okay, let's see. Now I put the power inside. Since it's an odd exponent, it stays negative. So you get 1 plus half. So it's not plus, sorry. 1 minus, since you're multiplying by negative x. 1 minus half x minus 1 over 8 x squared minus 1 over 16 x cubed. Okay, this is it. Question 3, write the first 4 terms of this expansion. Okay. These are the easy ones. It's the quick expansions. And I like the negative and the fraction powers more than normal. Okay. Write the first 4 terms of this expansion. أول شيء we change it into an actual power, right? So it becomes 2 minus 5x squared to the power of half. Now we can't work in the denominator, so we take it up. So it's going to be 2 minus 5x squared to the power of minus half. Okay, can we solve if our leading term is not 1? No, we can't. So we have to take the 2 out. So it's going to be 2, 1 minus 5 over 2 x squared to the power of minus half. Okay, remember that this 2 still falls under that minus half. So what's going to happen? We're going to change it because we know 2 to the power of minus half. It's 2 to the power of minus half is equal to 1 over 2 to the power of half, which is equal to 1 over radical 2. Okay, 2 to the power of minus half. You can even put it on your calculator. 2 to the power of negative 1 over 2. It should be radical 2. Oh, they give it to you in decimal form, but this is the same as radical 2. Is it not? Is it? No, it's not. 2 to the power of... How is it? Hold on. Yeah, hold up. 1 over radical 2. Not 1 over radical 2. Yeah, 0.7. Yeah, it is. So it's the same as 1 over radical 2. Okay? 2 to the power of minus half, you take it down to make it positive, and then half is just square root. Okay, so it's 1 over radical 2 times this expansion, right? Times 1 minus 5 over 2 x squared to the power of negative half. Now let's expand this. We're going to start minus half C0 plus minus half C1. Okay, now minus 5 over 2 x squared to the power of 1 plus minus half. They want the first 4 terms, huh? First 4 terms, yani up until k equals 3. Okay, minus half C2 minus 5 over 2 x squared to the power of negative شو negative قصدي to the power of 2 plus minus half C3 minus 5 over 2 x squared cube. Okay, let's see. Minus half C0 is 1. Minus half C1 is minus half times minus 5 over 2 x squared plus minus half C2. Let's just put it on calculator. Okay, we're going to put minus half minus 1, which is 3 over 8. So plus 3 over 8 minus 5 over 2 squared is actually, it becomes positive, right? So it's going to become 25 over 4. Just put it in a calculator. Okay, and then x squared is x to the power of 4 plus minus 1 over 2 C3. We just change this to 3 factorial minus 1 over 2 minus 2 minus 5 over 16 Okay, and then this cube, it's gonna stay negative because it's an odd exponent. Okay, it's gonna become minus 125 over 8 x to the power of 6. Okay, let's see. Continue simplifying. 1 minus, this is going to become minus, minus is going to become plus. This is going to become 5 over 4 x squared. This is plus plus, so it doesn't matter. So it's going to be 3 times 25 over 4. It's going to become 75 over 32 x to the 4. And then plus, it's going to become plus because negative, negative. 5 times 125 is going to be, these are hard numbers, man. 5 times 125 is going to be 75, 600. No, is how much is it? 5 times 100, 500. And then it's going to, yeah, 625 over 16 times 8, which is, yeah, I'll give up. I ain't doing this one by head. 16 times 8, 128. So 128 x to the power of 6. I can't really see anything you can simplify here. So this should just be your answer. Okay, these are the first 4 terms. This guy's actually so desperate. He's still making accounts. Okay. Question 4. This, okay. People will see, if you put your answer as 50, you're gonna get this completely wrong. Okay. You can say, why, Waleed, aren't you just supposed to multiply by Haida? Okay. Well, why the regional, and I see the regional bringing this tomorrow. Wallah, I see her bringing this. Okay. It starts at 3. You only multiply when it's sigma I equals 1, 10. That's when you multiply. If it's down 1. Here, it starts at 3. So, if you want a rule, okay, you can say, Waleed, what do I do? Here's what you can do. You can do 5 times 10 minus 3 plus 1. Okay? And you're going to get 5 times 8, which is 40. Okay? What am I doing? This is poorly answered questions, Habibi. Okay? They came last year's periodic. Okay? See? Mathematics poorly answered for term 1 periodic 1. Okay? So, whenever you see 2 numbers, subtract them both. Okay? And then add 1. Okay? Or you can just do this 5 plus 5. Start at 3. Then 4. Plus 5. 5. Plus 5. This is 6. Plus 5. This is 7. Plus 5. 8. Plus 5. 9. Plus 5. 10. And you can get 40. Calculators are allowed. So if you do have the sigma function on your calculator, you can also just put this. Waleed, how are you? Alhamdulillah, I'm doing good. Are these written or multiple choice? This is written as the multiple choice. This is multiple choice. What is the coefficient of x to the power of 4 in the binomial expansion of this? Here, this is when you use the general term. Why? Because they're asking for a specific one, right? So we're going to write down the general term. It's a fraction as the power, so we're going to use that. We're going to use the rule nck, right? We're going to use nck 3x to the power of k, right? The general term for when it's a fraction, you don't count the 1. You just do the second term. You just look at the second term's power. Okay? طيب. It's going to be 1 over 3 ck 3x to the power of k. We want to know what is k. We want the power of x to be 4. Here, the power of x is k. So, what do I want k to be equal to? K equals 4. So, it's going to be 1 over 3 c4 3x to the power of 4. So this is going to be equal to, let's get it on our calculator. You're going to put 4 factorial down, right? 4 factorial over 1 over 3 minus 1 1 over 3 minus 2 1 over 3 minus 3. Right? Because we want 4 terms up. Minus 10 over 243. And 3x to the power 4 is actually 81 x to the power 4. This can cancel with this to get you 3 down. So it's going to be equal to minus 10 over 3 x to the power of 4. Okay. Any questions? 1 second. Okay, I don't think there's any questions. And they're pretty straightforward. Part B. Show part B. Yeah, part B is they want the. It's valid for. Yeah. Okay. This is a good. This is good. Good question. The binomial expansion is valid for what? They want the condition, right? What's the condition? Absolute value of x is less than 1. In this case, what's my x? It's 3x, right? Less than 1. So what do? It's going to become absolute value of x less than 1 over 3 because you divide by this 3. Okay? Now, when you have absolute value of something is less than, here's what you write. You write x in the middle. You're going to put less than, greater than. Here you put 1 over 3. Here you put negative 1 over 3. That's it. Okay? If sigma ak is equal to 16, what is the value of sigma 6 ak? Guys, I honestly don't know how this is a poorly answered question. So I'm going to give you 6 times 16. I think also these are the same numbers that used to come in the AMS. And 96. In the expansion of a minus b to the power of n in a descending power of a using the binomial theorem, which of the following is true? I think this came in the AMS. Okay, the first term is n a to the n. Wrong. Akid wrong. The first term is always a to the power of n, and the last term is always negative b to the power of n. I think why they got it wrong is because it's negative b here. Let's see. Akid, the first one's wrong. The last term is b to the power of n. Wrong. It's negative b to the power of n. The first term is a n to the b, a to the n, b to the n. Wrong. The last term is ab. Akid wrong. The third term is when k equals 2, right? Third term is when k equals 2. Akid a to the n minus 2. It should be negative b to the power of 2. E is correct. The third term is a when k equals 3. Akid no. Can somebody back me up on if part B is correct or not? I think it should be wrong because it should be minus b to the power of n. Just please make sure for me. But it should be wrong because it's negative b here. What do they mean when they say absolute value of x less than 1? Do we have to solve differently? What do you mean? No. That's just the rule you use. You just put the absolute value of whatever thing you have for x. In this case, it's 3x. You just put it less than 1. That's what I mean by absolute value of x less than 1. This term is what we count as x. Okay? This whole term is our x. So we say 3x absolute value less than 1. Okay. Can someone please make sure for me if I'm correct or not? I think part B is wrong. You know what? I'm gonna text my math teacher. شو I'll not get your question. Okay, guys, wait. Let me ask my question. Okay, guys, I'm pretty sure that part B is wrong. I think it's the only correct choice is part E. Okay, my math teacher will answer whenever she answers, and I'll just put it in the group. I don't think there's any questions here. I'm gonna open the AMS scratch paper and before I end the live, the one for last Thursday, September 13. Okay. Uh, in case they come same numbers, I won't solve them. But I'll just I'll put them. Oh, okay, yeah. In the exam, they got what is true about A plus B. They got it A plus B. Okay, if it was A plus B, then this would be correct and this would be correct. Okay. Yeah, so in the CA, they got for you 1 plus 3x to the power of 6, and they asked what is the fourth term. Okay, and then they asked the coefficient. There was another question, coefficient of x to the power of 5 and 3x plus 2 over 3 to the power of 8. Okay, they also asked for the coefficient of 1 over x squared and x minus 2 over x to the power of 6. They also asked for the constant term in 5x minus 1 over 5x to the power of 8. They asked for the coefficient in x cubed and 1 over 1 minus 2x squared. Lastly, they asked expand x plus 3 over 1 minus x squared. Okay, yeah, that's the last one. I'm gonna put all the answers for this. The fourth term is 540 x cubed. Okay, the coefficient of x to the power 5 is 4032. Okay, coefficient of 1 over x squared, 240 here. Here it's 70. Here it's 32. And here it's 3 plus 7 x plus 11 x squared plus 15 x cubed. And then they put 3 dot dot dot. Okay, these are all past CA questions. Okay, memorize them if you really think that you can't if you really think that you can't understand and you can't solve. If you think you're that cooked, memorize these. I'll send them also on the grade 11 group. Okay, other than that, I hope there's no questions. I'll wait now for a second to see if there's any questions, and then I'm gonna end the live. Okay. Wait. Okay, did you pray, Aisha? Alhamdulillah, I did. What group are you talking about? The Sabbath grade 11 group. There's a WhatsApp group. Messi, Ronaldo. Thank you, Walid. Thank you, Ziad, for watching. لا عيب. خلاص, I think we're done. Thank you so much for watching. Oh, wait, في grid 32. We didn't solve that. Okay, one second, let me pull it up. Hala, I'll explain for the absolute value x. You asked like 4 times, man. Hala, I'll explain, don't worry. Grid 32. Okay. Okay. Let me see. When they ask find coefficient, I'll explain that in a sec. How do you join the group? Just text someone or someone leave the link for the group here. What tutorial on how to be hot? Wallah man, Inta you should be giving the tutorial, Habibi Chris. What he doesn't know how to be. Oh damn. Al mod. Yeah. Okay. Question 32. In the expansion of this, where x is a non-zero constant, show that the coefficient of x squared is equal to 0. Okay. You know what? They actually might get this written. Okay, they might get this written, guys. Let's actually solve this. The coefficient of x squared. Let's expand this. Okay, let's expand it up until x cubed. Okay, k plus x to the power of 7. We'll expand it up until x cubed. Or you know what? No, we'll expand it up until x squared. They want up until x squared. Okay. But it is my screen showing. Okay, k plus x to the power of 7. We know it's the rule for it is sigma k equals 0 up until n. In this case, it's 7. 7 ck n ck k to the power of 7 minus k. In this case, x to the power of k. Right? So this is going to be, we're going to start at 7c0 k to the power of 7. Okay. And then x to the power of 0 plus 7c1. We're going to expand up to x squared. K to the power of 1, x to the power of 6 plus 7c2 k. لا 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 hold up شو k to the power of 1 قصدي k to the power of 6 x to the power of 1 and then 7c2 k to the power of 5 x to the power of 2. Right? Okay, let's start filling in the coefficient. This is going to be k to the power of 7. This is going to be 7k 7. Yeah, okay, you could just say 7x k to the power of 6 plus 7c2 is 21 k or x squared k5. Right? Okay. We want to expand this and multiply by this, right? So we're going to multiply by 1 minus 3x over k, right? Let's see. K to the power of 7 times 1 is k to the 7. K to the power of 7 times minus 3x over k. It's going to be minus 3x k to the power of 7, right? Over k. We'll simplify later. Let's just focus now. 7x k to the power of 6 times 1 is 7x k to the power of 6. 7x k to the power of 6 times minus 3x. We're going to put this. 7x times minus 3. Okay, 7 times minus 3 is minus 21. X times x is x squared. K6 times nothing is just K6. Okay, and we know it's over K. We'll simplify later. Okay, let's just solve for now. Okay, 21 x squared K5 times 1 is 21 x squared K5. And then 21 times minus 3 is minus. We'll just put minus 63. X squared times x is x cubed. K to the power of 5 over k. Okay, let's just simplify this a bit more. Okay, and aquí there's plus dot dot dot. K7 divided by k is k6, right? So we're going to continue. K7 minus k6 as they show k6 as they 3x k6. Okay, plus 7x k6. Okay, k6 divided by k is k5. So it's going to come minus 21 x squared k5 plus 21x squared k5. Okay, and then k5 divided by k is k4. So it's going to come minus 63x cubed k4. Let's see, can we combine like terms? Minus 3x k6 plus 7x k6. We can do it, right? Because they both have the same like powers. So minus 3 plus 7 is 4x k6. You have k to the power of 7 plus 4x k6 minus 21x squared k5 plus 21x squared k5 cancel with each other. Okay, and you get minus 63x cubed k4. We want to show that the coefficient of x squared is equal to 0. You can just simply show that you cancelled. Okay, just show that you cancelled these two with each other. Or you can just show in the final answer no term involving x squared. Let me put up the solution. Okay, just to show. $32. Yeah, you just show that they equal 0. Okay. Okay, like this, we're done. Let's explain to the guy the condition, the absolute value. I'm gonna draw it in black. Okay, so look, if you have 1 minus 3x to the power of, I don't know, half. For this to work, at the end, you're gonna write a condition. If they ask for it, and only if they ask for it, they say absolute value. They say absolute value of x, blah blah blah. They put some like stuff, okay? Less than k, minus k, whatever k, whatever. Okay, they're gonna ask you find k. This is what you're gonna do. Hala, I'll send the link in a second. Okay, to do this, you just take what you have here. Okay, you're gonna put it in absolute value, and you're gonna put it less than 1, and solve it as if it's a normal equation. What do you get? X is less than 1 over 3, right? Because you divide by 3 on both sides. Now, whatever answer you get here, it's gonna go on the left and be negative, and then go on the right and be positive. Okay, that's it. Can you send the link to join the group? Hala, I'll send the link. 1 second. Just give me a sec and I will send it. I'm just getting the link. 1 second. Can you explain the sigma I equals 4? Oh, yeah, that's a good question. Okay, that's the link. Before I go, I'll explain quickly the sigma I. Oh, yeah, they gave us a question. This also came. Sigma I squared plus 1. I equals 4 until 6. Some people put this in the calculator. They forgot. Is it always less than 1? Yes, always less than 1. They forgot about this I equals 4 part. Okay. If you see a question that looks like this is what you do. You substitute 4 squared plus I squared plus 1. Yeah, 4 squared plus 1. Okay, then you add. You finish from 4, where do you go? You go to 5. 5 squared plus 1. Then you add. You go to 6 squared plus 1. And you add all of these and you get 80. Okay, you get 80. Okay, that's it. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed the live. See you